Alright guys, so today I'm taking a request and I'm going to be doing some SAT practice problems. But before I start, I wanted to let you guys know that when you take this test for yourself, it is timed, and it's important that even if you're not able to answer each question successfully, that you do answer every single question, even if it's just a guess, because there's a chance that you could get it right either in the fill in the blank portion or in the multiple choice section. Also, it's important that you don't get stuck on one question and waste all your time on that one question, because there are many other questions that you guys can rack up points on. Today I'm going to be doing 6 practice problems with you guys and I'll be showing you guys how to do them. So let's read the first question. What value of x satisfies the equation above? So I see that it presented me with an equation that seems to be factored in some way. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to distribute everything that I can distribute. So I'm going to be distributing this 2 and this negative. And once I do that, I'm going to get 12x minus 10 minus 8x plus 10 equals 7. So now all I have to do is combine, or the next step is to combine like terms, and I'm going to get 4x equals 7. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4, and I'm going to get my final answer that x is equal to 7 over 4. So this one wasn't that bad. Alright, let's do the next one. So the next problem reads 1/3 z minus 2 is equal to 3 minus z. What value of z is the solution of the equation above? Now, some of you guys might not be good with your algebra, and fractions like these might scare you, but something we can do to eliminate this fraction is to multiply the entire equation by 3 to get rid of it. So that's what we're going to do in this situation. We're going to multiply the entire equation by 3, and we're going to get z minus 6 is equal to 9 minus 3z. Now the next step is to combine like terms. So we're going to be moving 3z to the other side, and we're going to be moving 6 to the other side. So I'm going to get 4z is equal to 15. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 4, and I'm going to get that z is equal to 15 over 4. Another fairly simple problem. Let's do some more. So the next problem reads, in the system of equations above, a is a constant. What is the y value of the solution to the systems in terms of a? Now, I would say that this problem is one of the harder problems, simply because it's phrased in a weird way that if you haven't seen it before, you won't know what to do. Essentially, what we need to do in this problem is to get rid of the x's, because they want us to solve for y, assuming that a is a constant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the top equation by 3 and the bottom equation by 5. I can do this because if I multiply both sides of an equation by the same number, the equation itself is still equivalent. And doing this will also allow me to cancel out my x's. So when I do this, for the first equation, I get 15x plus 3y is equal to 3a. Then I get, for the second equation, negative 15x minus 10y is equal to 25. So now I'm going to add these together, and I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to get negative 7y is equal to 3a plus 25. So now I'm going to divide by negative 7. And then I'm going to get that y equals 3a plus 25 over negative 7. So I need to see which one of my answer choices looks the same. So you might notice at first that none of them look exactly the same. But what I can do is I can distribute this negative right here, and I can take it out and apply it on the top, and it would still be equivalent. So this is actually still equivalent to negative 3a minus 25 over a positive 7, which is answer choice A. So I'm going to erase this problem so I have space to work on the other problem. And let's read it. So in this problem it reads, in the system of equations above, what is the value of x plus y? So for this, we're going to have to solve for x and y using the systems of equations one more time. So for this, I'm going to use 3 and 4. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 3 and the bottom equation by 4, because doing this will allow me to cancel them out. Well, one of these needs to be negative because when I add them, a negative plus the positive will cancel. So I'm going to just choose the 3. And it's going to give me negative 21x minus 12y is equal to, let's do the multiplication on the side really quickly. 24 times 3 is 2, 1, 6, 72. So it's negative 72. Then 4 times 6 is 24x plus 12y, which these two will cancel, is equivalent to 4 times 19. Let's multiply on the side really quickly. 76. So when these add, we're going to get 3x is equal to 4. And then we're going to divide the 3 and we're going to get that x is equal to 4 over 3. So at this point, we've confirmed one of the values. So we know that x is equal to 4 over 3. So really quickly, I'm going to write that over here on the side so I don't forget. So now I can go back to one of the original equations. So I'm going to use this equation right here. And I'm going to plug in 4 over 3 for x. And then I'm going to solve for y. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like 6 times 4 over 3 plus 3y is equal to 19. So now I'm going to multiply here. And 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 4 is 8 plus 3y is equal to 19. So I'm going to move the 8 over. And I'm going to get that 3y is equal to 11. And divide by 3 on both sides to get that y is equal to 11 over 3. Now that I know my x and my y, I can add them together because that's what the equation is asking for right here. Okay, so I'm going to do that on the side. So we have 4 over 3 plus 11 over 3, which gives us 15 over 3, which is equivalent to 5, which is answer choice D. Okay, let's move on. So we have 2 more questions to do. Okay, so the next question reads, based on the equation above, what is the value of px minus 8 over 3? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my like terms. So I'm going to move this px right here over, and I'm going to get that 3px minus 8 is equal to 32. So now they want us to find what px minus 8 over 3 is equal to. So as I said before, if you can multiply a number to both sides of an equation, it's still equivalent. So I can also divide both sides of an equation by a number and it'll still be equivalent. So I'm going to divide both sides of the equation by 3. And this is going to become px minus 8 over 3 is equivalent to 32 over 3. And that's going to be what this is equal to. So let's do the final problem. Now, the final problem reads, which of the following number line graphs is that of the solution set to the inequality negative 2x plus 12 is greater than or equal to 20? So for this problem, we're going to need to isolate x. So I'm going to rewrite the equation because I like to rewrite it when I solve for x. And I'm going to solve for x. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move 12 over. And I'm going to have negative 2x is greater than or equal to 8. Now the next step is crucial. It's a rule that you learn in algebra. So I'm going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. But when I divide by negative 2, this sign right here changes and it flips. So this new equation is going to, this new inequality is going to become x is less than or equal to negative 4. So now I need to look at my graphs. And I need to see which one is equivalent to this right here. So less than or equal to means that the dot is going to be filled in. So I know that my dot is going to be filled in. Now, because it is less than, I know that it is going to be going towards the left of the number line. And I know that since it is less than or equal to negative 4, the point where it is filled in needs to be at negative 4. So now I need to see which one of these match. So looking at letter choice A, it seems to match, and that would be our answer. So those are all the problems I have for you guys today. Remember on your SAT to take your time, answer every single question, and the night before get a good night of sleep. And that's how you're going to get the best score. Thank you guys.